Hi everyone, this video is for English 104 and it is for week 11 already. The end is near. We are coming near the end of the semester. So let me quickly share my screen and go over a couple of things with you in regards to activities this week. As you know, we are in week 11 and the activities and assignments, I do want to point out, we're focusing on thesis and outline. Thesis is crucial, and the outline is kind of your idea of, okay, this is the layout of my essay. This first assignment is a worksheet, and it's really meant to help you craft your thesis. So I want to emphasize this first one is simply a file. It is an activity. I want you to do the activity, but you're not submitting anything with this to me for grading. This is deliberately built to help you work through building your thesis statement so you get a really good one for your essay. And so the idea of this is you work it through by answering questions, and then you put it all together to craft your thesis statement. So in this one, you would start with, okay, what's the problem or the issue that you're debating? That, in other words, what is your controversial element of your topic that you're trying to persuade the reader about, and then also how will those opposing you feel about it. So I give you an example. I'm addressing how people believe racism does not exist anymore because they don't see it on a normal basis, and because we have a Black president. Now, obviously, this was done with when President Obama was in office, and so how you do it, you just delete that out, and then you would type in what yours is. What is the problem or the issue that you're debating on, and what's the other side? In other words, how do people who think differently than you feel about it? And then the next one is, how are you complicating or refuting their ideas with your stance? So if you remember in the first one, it was, okay, people don't believe there's racism because there's a Black president, which was President Obama. This one, so they address that. So their stance is racism still exists, it's just shifted to these particular forms. And so once again, whatever your topic is, you put it in there, and then you type in to answer this question. So essentially for each of these things, you're answering the question and with your topic as fully as you can. And then I ask you for some transition words. And then when you combine these three things with your transition words, you should have 2 to 3 sentences now and a working thesis. So it's kind of a, not really a plug and play, but kind of close. It's meant to be a step-by-step to help you build your thesis statement, so it's good. And do pay attention. Your thesis statement will not be short, and it will be 2 or 3 sentences long. It needs to be fully fleshed out. So that is how that one goes. Now, again, you are not turning this into me, but I do want to emphasize to you, it is in your best interest to walk through and do this. If you cannot do this worksheet, you need to start rethinking about, okay, my topic, or what am I going to address within my topic? Remember, part of your essay has to address the other side, the counter argument to your stance. So the 2 activities are the tentative persuasive thesis statement. And I do say tentative because you're going to maybe refine this or beef it up a little bit. You know, you may revise, but the core of it should be correct here. And again, before you do this, make sure you review the formulas and then look at thesis construction resources. I have quite a few of them for you to help you with your thesis. But my tentative thesis worksheet is a plug and play, obviously, and this is what I want you to have. I want your thesis statement should have these 3 things, these 3 elements in it, right? Topic, your stance, and the rationale. And so remember, that's part of that worksheet that you're working through. It's also contained in the resources, so make sure you review those things so that you have a really good, strong thesis statement to work from. And this will essentially give the reader the layout of your essay and the position or stance that you are taking on the topic, okay? So in this worksheet, all you're doing right here is typing it. You're gonna type it all out right there. And then save and upload, okay? And then the other one is your outline. Now this one says informal outline, and I really do mean informal. I do not require, you know, the Roman numeral 1, capital letters, small letters. Now, if you know how to do a formal outline, absolutely, let's do that. It helps you keep organized, you know which are your major points and subpoints, those kinds of things. However, I don't require that. An informal outline, though, does demonstrate you're going to be covering all sections in the essay. So it gives me a very good skeleton for what is going to be in your essay. It's the bones of your essay. So a little word to the wise, the more time and effort you put into the outline, the easier your drafting is. Because literally you're going to take from your outline and like, okay, this is my section. And if you have a lot in your outline, a lot of times you can just pull like even some quoting, those type things. However, the key purpose of the outline here is simply to help you keep your essay organized and focused. So here are the bones. This is what you need to cover in the essay in the order that you're going to do it. Okay, it's the framework for your drafting. Here are resources. There are some YouTube videos on doing essays for persuasive topics. And then there are also some other links with some types of outlines that you can do. Here are some sample outlines, that kind of a thing, and then what the general structure is. So for this particular document, when you do your submission, it is on a Microsoft Office Word document as always. You are typing up your outline, follow one of the formats. I should see from your outline the bones of your paper, and I should see all elements of the paper included. What I mean by that is you should be addressing, okay, introduction, what are you going to have in the body, the different sections within the body, what's going to be within those sections. In other words, what are the main areas, and then maybe some subpoints that you're going to be making in each one. This outline, the point of it also is to really give me a really good idea that you are on track and you know where you're going with this essay. So you may have to do a little research before you do your formal outline, but you certainly don't have to have all your research done in order to do the outline. If you know the areas you want to cover, that's totally fine. Go ahead and do that. Sorry, I have something on my glasses. Didn't mean to distract from you there. Hey, a little commercial break. Okay. Oh, let's see. Those are the two main things. So on the surface, they look very simplistic. They're very simplistic uploads, very little. However, it's the back work, it's the thinking, it's the research, it is the reading and reviewing before you do the item that is going to pay off for you. I do want to caution you that we're coming into where you should really be starting to put things together, hitting that research really, really hard. Don't forget, I have given you several resources on thesis construction. In other words, these are samples, tips, tricks, what thesis should do. I even put a generator in there, a thesis generator, which is awesome to use. It's kind of a plug and play. When you go to this, you just click. This tells you what a thesis is. And of course, you're going for the persuasive thesis statement here, and then you plug and play. You're putting in, and this is, I will caution you, output is only as good as input. So it's not going to be perfectly worded, but it'll give you a working draft that you can craft into a good thesis statement to submit to me if you have all the elements addressed. So when you do, you put in all the elements in each of these boxes, and then when you click on submit, in this blue area here, it's going to punch up, it'll show you step by step, and then the final one would be your working thesis when you put all those steps together. So it does a really good job of showing you step by step how to build a thesis. Okay, so let me get back to our page. We give lots of resources on thesis construction, and then as well as outlining, lots of resources. I also have a video of an overview of a sample. I don't believe this is me. I think this one is Professor Miller. I stole that from him with his permission. But it's great. It just gives you a sample of, okay, what should you have in your outline, okay? I think that's it for this week. As always, reach out to me with any questions or concerns, issues. Feel free to pop into my Zoom office hours. I have them. They're always available on the Moodle page, so just click into the right day or time. And happy researching.